Hey, it's Mr. Burns here, and I'm going to do this little flip video on the Virginia court system. You should have the Virginia court system lesson document open, and you should be on page 2 of that document. You probably access this video either through the QR code or through the Google Classroom. If you want to use a separate screen, you can use your phone to watch the video and use the QR code, and then kind of set that up next to your computer, and that might help you. If you're using tabs, you can use the pause, whenever to pause. So this is the document you should have in front of you. It looks like this. And I'm going to go through this presentation. Okay. So here's the Virginia court system. And the first bullet you're going to write there is that there are 7 judges in the Virginia court system, and they serve 12-year terms. These people are elected by the General Assembly, and they serve 12-year terms. You notice that they are not selected by the governor, because the governor can only serve one term. This is not one of the governor's powers. They are elected by the General Assembly to 12-year terms at the Supreme Court. They have both appellate and limited original jurisdiction. So you should write that in the type of jurisdiction column. They have appellate and limited original, just like the U.S. Supreme Court. And for the detail, you're going to have 2 details. The first bullet will say Court of Final Appeal in Virginia. If a case is appealed all the way to the Virginia Supreme Court, the only other option that you have is to appeal it from the Virginia Supreme Court all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. It doesn't go to the district or appellate level at the federal level. It goes right to the Supreme Court. Remember, the U.S. Supreme Court can pick and choose which cases it hears. So a lot of times, this is the last chance that many citizens in Virginia will have to dispute a law or to try to get their case overturned. Okay, they are also, like I said, elected by members of the General Assembly to 12-year terms. Okay, again, you can pause the video whenever you need to. All right, Virginia Court of Appeals. This is a panel of judges, usually a panel of 3 judges, and these are, again, a court, just like at the national level, the federal level, they can only have appellate jurisdiction. So they're never hearing cases the first time. They're only listening to cases that are appealed because one side or the other didn't like the decision. And these are appealed from the circuit court level. The circuit court, we're going to talk about next, is where the jury trials happen in Virginia. So this will be where they listen to that appeal and see if there's new evidence that comes up, or if there's an argument about a law that was passed in Virginia that maybe is unfair, or the case didn't go their way, so they want to try it again to see if there was some kind of loophole that they can find. All right, circuit court is next. Again, the Virginia Circuit Court. This is the judge and jury. This is the jury trials. This is where your felony cases are most going to be. This is where most of the action happens in the Virginia court system. I'll explain why. They have both original and appellate jurisdiction. Okay, so in that second column, original and appellate jurisdiction. There's going to be 2 bullets in the details column. They have original jurisdictions for felonies. So if you commit a felony, or you are accused of committing a felony, your case would be heard in the circuit court. And if you're suing someone for over $25,000 in Virginia, that would be a civil case that happens in the circuit court because of that amount of money. Right? For appellate jurisdiction, circuit court cases are also circuit court, with the jury trial, also listen to appeals from both the general district and the juvenile and domestic relations courts. So if there's some kind of case, both of those would appeal to the circuit court for a jury trial. So they have both original and appellate jurisdiction. Again, appellate meaning it's heard from a lower court, it's reviewed. Original means it's heard for the first time. All right, general district court. Judge only. No panel of judges here, just one judge. They only have original jurisdiction at this low general district court level. And what they're going to listen to are misdemeanors here, minor crimes, not felonies, misdemeanors, usually under a year in jail. Sometimes it's just fine or community service, traffic court, and then any civil case under $25,000 would go here, where there would be no jury. It would just be a judge making the decision. You argue your case. The judge weighs the evidence, and then makes a decision. Okay. Juvenile and domestic is also a general district court, but this is for family issues, domestic, right? And juveniles under 18. Okay, again, judge only, original jurisdiction only at this level. And this is for your detail, one bullet, family court, child custody hearings. Where are you going to spend time with mom and dad if your parents are divorced, right? Most felonies and all misdemeanors committed by juveniles under 18. Now, if you are in Virginia law, if you are 14 or older, 14, 15, 16, or 17, and you commit a felony, you could be referred to the circuit court and tried as an adult if your crime is considered very serious. From this court, the appeal does not go one up to the general district. This court and the general district both appeal to the circuit court. They're kind of one, but they're like slightly separated because of the style and type of trials that are heard here. Okay. How to remember them? What is the highest court? That is the Supreme Court. Does this level have a jury? No. The next level, does it have a jury? Yes, that's the circuit court. Two lowest levels are the general district and juvenile domestic. And one way you can remember that, Seinfeld and Costanza got jumped. That might help you. Stewie and Chris got jumped if you like Family Guy, right? That's one way to remember the courts from Supreme to appellate or appeals to circuit, and then the bottom two are kind of together. They're separated, but they're kind of like they're both called general district courts. One's the general district, one's the juvenile domestic relations general district court. Okay. Again, you can go back and rewatch this video, pause it at any time that you need to. And then what you should do next is do the next section with the scenarios using the choice bank to help you out there. And then the answer key is linked at the very bottom of your assignment.